Hi guys! It's December, which means it's time to shop my stash. I always love the beginning of the month. I bring in new things to use and it's all fresh and new and I'm excited to use everything. I can't believe that November is over already. We're changing color stories a little bit. We're going cooler because I always like cooler shades in the winter. I like cooler shades all year round, but I like cooler shades in the winter. So let's go ahead and get started. 1, 2. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. We're, of course, going to start with our palettes. I always start with my palettes and my eyeshadows first. That way I know what else to pull for the rest of my face. And I have 5 palettes that are staying in, and that's because they're in projects. So the first one is the Ace Beauté Smoky Roses palette, and I am using the shade Smoky in my Pan Those eyeshadows. I still have a few more uses to go, so that is staying in. The next 2 are in my 50 Shades of Yellow project. This is the Street Taco from Glamlight. I have this in for No Pan Left Behind, and I have actually started getting progress on this. This sat in that project for so long without me using it. So I'm starting to get some progress on it, and yeah, so that's staying in. And the other one that was in the 50 Shades, also No Pan Left Behind, is the B palette by Lena's Lashes. I have also started getting some use on this palette, so yay. Those have been in there for so long. And then the last one that's staying in is the Stone Cold Fox palette from ColourPop. This is in my Panning Cats and Dogs project. I have to use these 2 shades right here, but I'm probably going to just use the palette because it is my favorite palette. If you've been here, you know this is my favorite palette. This palette, I know it's very reflective. This palette always stays on my vanity. That's my eyebrow shade. So that is staying over there. Okay, let's talk about the palettes that I am bringing in for December. Well, the first one I'm bringing in is my Beauty Bay Neutral palette. You guys, it's been like 3 months since I've used this, and I have missed it so much, but I like to rotate my different cool neutral palettes so that I am showing them all the same amount of love. But even though I have the Stone Cold Fox in here, I like variety. I like variety in formulas and shades and things like that. So I am bringing that in also. And then another neutral-ish palette that I'm bringing in is the Revolution Pro palette. This is the Marilyn Monroe palette. And look how pretty. Look how pretty this palette is. I don't use this near enough for as much as I love it. Not near enough. So I'm bringing that in. And then because I have some blue shades in my Pan Those eyeshadows that I haven't used yet, and I'm having a hard time getting my 10 uses on, I'm bringing in the Odin's Eye Solmani 2. I did get this in a mystery box. I have not used it yet at all. And I think that some of these shades will go very nicely with the blue shades that I have in my Pan Those eyeshadows, plus some other shades. And I'm really looking forward to using this. I can't believe I've not used it yet, and I've had it since the summer. I think I was kind of waiting on winter. I don't know why. And then another blue themed palette is the Nomad Fire and Ice. Again, I have not used it. I have not used this palette at all. I've swatched it, but I haven't used it. So more blue shades to go with my Pan Those eyeshadows. Also some very fiery shades, and then some cool shades over here. And because it's December, I have to bring in my Christmas palettes. So this is the first one. This is by Rasha B Cosmetics. This is the Christmas Wishes palette. I haven't used this one either. I got this in a Slay Glam box. So, I mean, Christmas. If I'm going to use it, this is the month to do it. The next Christmas palette is BH Miss Claus, the Lit List. And there bring it back up a little bit. I am a fan. I'm a big fan of this palette. It has a lot of different variety in it. It has neutrals, it has cool neutrals, it has warm neutrals. It has pretty much anything you'd want for a December look. So that one. And then last but not least, I am bringing in my BH Naughty palette. This was the Christmas release, I think 2020, and this was 2021. I think that's how it went. And then, of course, they stopped, and it makes me sad. It makes me very sad. So again, a lot of variety in this palette. Warms, cools. It's just a beautiful palette. And I do have an upcoming collab using this palette this month with some friends. I do. Okay, we are going to bring in... I just bumped my table. I'm going to bring in my little bins and pick one palette each from them because I tend to overlook those when I'm reaching for a palette to use. So I always pick one of each out of each of my little bins. This month I'm going to pick the All Amethyst. I did get this in friend mail from Laura the Bargain Hunter. And it's a beautiful, cool purple palette. Love it. I brought in this last month and I did not use it. I didn't use it at all. I did a lot of neutral looks last month. Now we have these ColourPop palettes. These are a little bigger. Those were all my 9 pans and then smaller. These are bigger. Oh, I'm always drawn to the Give It To Me Straight because that's one of my favorites. But I just chose it like a couple of months ago and I've actually not used this one at all. You can see it still has the screensaver on it. Color saver, whatever. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use that. I already have neutral stuff, but variety. Now we have some 9 pans, and these are just too small to put on my shelf. So I have them standing up in these little bins. And, guys, I don't know. I do not know on this. Got this from Leanna. Another cool neutral palette. I really shouldn't pick a neutral. You know what? I'm going to bring my Dido palette in. I got this from Ash from Makeup in Chaos, and I've never used it. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to get some use out of it before the end of the year. And now we have some more. These 3 are the Norvina, ABH Norvinas, and I'm thinking about decluttering these. So I haven't done my collection and declutter video for my smaller palettes yet. You will see that this month because all of my collection and declutters are going up during Vlogmas. So I'm not going to choose those. This one has been used. These have not been used. So I think I'm going to put those on my Mercari store. But we need to pick something. I'm going to go with the Milani Pure Passion. I got this from Erica Conger. And it's so pretty. Yes, more neutrals, but that's how I live. Okay, now we have these. These are just too skinny to put upright. So I'm going to pick this Corpse Bride palette because I have some purples and I have some blues. And there's some beautiful blues in here and some beautiful purples. I got this from Kim from Hanging with Kim. All these people that I mentioned will be in the description box below. And then my last one of these little palettes. Oh, goodness. I'm not going to do those. This is the Natasha Denona Mini Diva. This is the Natasha Denona Starlet palette. Let's look at this one. I haven't used it yet. This is the Melt Air. I haven't used it at all. Yeah, let's pick that. It has more purples and it has some other shades in it. So I will throw that box away. And let's choose some shocks. These are my super shocks. What is this? Low 70s. Drift. I don't want that. That is really pretty though. I don't want any oranges. I want a cool, is it this one? I heart this. Aster, this is the one I was thinking of. Aster is really pretty. And it is light enough to use as an inner corner, but it's also, you can use it as a lid topper. And I always choose Ladybird. I always gravitate toward that. Oh, those are very similar. I haven't used this yet, I don't think. I've swatched it. This is called Adaptogen. And it's like a cool, mossy kind of brown. So let's do that. Let me swatch it. Oh, that's actually warmer than it looks in the pan. I'm gonna choose it anyway. And then I need something cool. I'm going to choose the Griffith. It is a very pretty, cool shade. And with the purples and stuff that I have, that's gorge. And because I have some blues, I'm going to do Ice Dream. And this one is just everything. It has a bluish, purplish shift to it. Yeah, so I'm going to choose those. I'm just going to choose 4. I'm obsessed with that color. That shade is so pretty. Okay, we have our liquid shadows. And then this is something that I got recently from Leanna Dalton. There's so much product in Sydney Grace Cream Shadows. So Leanna had this amazing idea. This is actually for watercolor paints, and she is an artist. So it's something that she was familiar with. Look at that. Those are all Sydney Grace Cream Shadows. Those are all of my Sydney Grace Cream Shadows. Plus, how this went was Leanna had this great idea. So she bought 3 of these. She put all of her shadows, all of her cream shadows in her little palette. And then she sent my palette and Ash's palette, Ash from Makeup and Chaos, sent those to us along with all of her cream shadows. So then I used my portion of the cream shadows, and there were a few that I already had. So I used mine and put those in here rather than use the ones that Leanna sent. And that way I could, because I don't need the whole thing. And then I passed those cream shadows, and some of them, if I had a full one, I sent the full one to Ash, but Ash already had this shade. So I used mine and did not pass that on. So we are calling it the Sisterhood of the Traveling Eyeshadows. If you've seen the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, yeah, Sisterhood of the Traveling Eyeshadows, because we are sharing it. Okay, let's pick some liquid shadows. I'm going to choose, I'm going to pull this out, obviously. I'm going to pull this out. Let's open this again. And that's pretty much any shade under the sun that I would need. But I do want to choose, I have one in here that's a little mini. Where is it? I don't see it. I had 2 of these and 1 of these. These are all Rasha B. I don't know what happened to it. I was going to choose that one because it was like an icy pinky color. Am I on crack cocaine? Like, maybe I am. Maybe I didn't have 2 of them. I'm going to have to look at my inventory and see if I had 2 of them. Anyway, I'm not going to choose that. But I am going to choose this Beauty for Real shadow stick. I already did that. I chose that 2 times ago. Okay, so I'm going to choose my Huda Matte and Metal. This is in Request Line. And this is in Slow Jams. This side is matte. This side is a shimmer. And I'm going to choose both of them. This is called VI Pink and $1 Million Deals. So I'm going to see if I can actually use those because you guys, I don't use my cream shadows. I don't. Okay, we are going to do primers. I do have this Dew of the Gods Tahitian Breakfast. My Pan Those Eyeshadows Project Pan. So I'm going to keep that in there. And then I also have my Wet n Wild Impossible Primer in a project, which, spoiler, this is getting ready to roll out. So I am going to choose 1 eye primer and 1 face primer. I'm going to choose the Prime and Fine because that is a pore blurring primer. And I need that with the Dew of the Gods. And then my eye primer that I'm going to choose. I had this in last time. This is the Ulta Beauty Tinted Eye Primer. This is shimmery. I don't like a shimmery eye primer. I'm going to find a way to use it, but I don't like that. I think I'm going to pull my Ace Beauté. That was always my favorite until I got the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and they're completely different types of primer. But I am going to choose this one and get more use out of it. Now we are going with a Glow Primer. You know what? Is this one even open yet? It is open. I didn't think this one was open yet. I'm gonna choose this. I want to use it. I want to see if I like it. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. And then we have some foundations. Oh, you guys. I'm running out of foundations to use because I have used a couple and then this one is almost gone. So this is actually staying in until I finish it. But then I think I'm going to bring in my Misha. This is the Perfect Cover BB Cream. Do I want to do that or want to bring this in? This is really nice. I got this from Stylovana. And it is a cushion foundation. It's a little light for me, but I can mix it. I can mix it with something else. And my friend Charlie, and I think it was my last Shop My Stash, reminded me that there are mixing pigments that you can use to lighten up your foundations, like this one and this one and this one. I just put in an Ulta order and I forgot to order it. I was so mad at myself. So mad. So I'm going to bring this. And then if I need to tint it with something, I will do that. And then we have concealers and contours. I'm using my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Light Peach. I'm using that right now. I'm going to bring in this Dream Stick. I just got this from Laura the Bargain Hunter in some friend mail. It's by Persona. And it's more of like, it's very warm, but it's so pretty. So I'm going to bring that in. And I may end up using that as my bronzer instead of my contour. So just in case, I'm going to bring in my Halo Glow contour. I brought in this one last time and it's just a little bit too light. So I'm actually going to pick both of these. Now I have my powders. I feel like I made a really big dent in both of these last month. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to bring in my e.l.f. HD powder because it has so much in it. Oh man. And it's leaking everywhere. Great. Something is hurting, something's itching my nose. And then I'm going to bring in this Mark Set Things Right Loose Perfecting Powder. I like to use this as a finishing powder. This is old. This is an Avon brand. They don't sell it anymore. But that one and this one both need to be used up this year, like by the beginning of this year, because they're old. They are old AF. Now we are going to bring in some bronzers. And I'm going to pull this for a powder contour. It is a very cool bronzer, so I'm going to pull that for powder contour. And I'm also going to pull as a cream bronzer this ABH cream bronzer. I also got this from Laura the Bargain Hunter. I have not used it yet. I've been so excited to use it. It looks like a perfect shade for me, but I'm really excited. Now for powder bronzer, I don't want to bring that in yet. I'm going to bring in my Vitamin Bake. Get some more use out of there. See if I can expand that pan a little bit. That would be fun. Powder blushes, you guys. Powder blushes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to bring in the Benefit Willa because that is very neutral to cool. And I'm going to bring that in. Let's see. I always look at this one and then I'm like, nah. This is a blush lighter. Nevermore blush lighter. I am going to bring this in. I'm going to bring that in because it's beautiful and it's also very neutral. I'm going to bring this in because it's a very cool blush. That is the Essence Mosaic Blush. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's what I'm going to bring in. Because I'm going to bring in a face palette. I do have my cream bronzers here. And I am going to bring in this Pink Sands. Is it this one or Daydreamer? This one, because it's very warm. And it's really pretty. I underpaint with that, and it's gorgeous. So I'm going to bring in that one, and I brought this in last time, and I didn't use it. Something cool. Something cool. Like that. What is this one? This is the St. Bart's. I'm going to bring this in. I do love this very, very much. It's very neutral. It can go cool or warm. I think that's it. I think that's all I need. That's like way more than I need, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to bring in a powder highlighter. Powder highlighter. Let's do this purple one. This is from the ColourPop Lavish. It's called Lav Dreams. And then I want this Odin's Eye, which is a blue. Very pretty. And then I'm going to bring in a warm. And I think I'm going to bring in, this Ofra. I haven't used it yet. Rodeo Drive. I got this in an ice cream box last month, I think. I think. All right, that's cool. And then one more thing of highlighters. I'm going to bring in a cream highlighter, and I'm going to bring in this Halo Glow in Champagne. It's so pretty. It's a very pretty highlighter. All right, that's good. I don't need any more of that. Okay, I'm also going to bring in my Pat McGrath. This is the Divine Blush and Glow Cheek Palette. It has 3 blushes and a highlighter. So I'm going to bring that in too. Why not? Why not go overboard? And then also the ABH Moonchild. I've never used it. I actually just got it recently, like within the last couple of months. So we're going to bring that in as well. Why not? Why not, you guys? Why not? Okay, I'm going to pull some colored liners. I don't usually show myself pulling my black liners, but I will show you. This Trace is almost gone. Look at that. And then after that one's done, I have one that I just put in a project, and it's the Rimmel, because it only has that much left. So I'm trying to go through some more black eyeliners by the end of the year, because no one needs to have 15 black eyeliners. They just don't. All right. I definitely want to pull... Do I have anything blue? I don't like that. I don't like this was it the Wet n Wild multi-stick? I don't like that. Do I have anything that's... Oh, I do have this. This is ColourPop. And that is a dark blue. That's still very creamy too. I like that. And then let's do... Look at the point on that. I've never used it. Rarely, maybe rarely used it. I'm going to pull this one. It's very nudie color. And what's this? Araceli. Oh, I know I'm going to pull this. This is a purple. It's a warm... No, I don't want that. I don't want that, but I do want the deep... This one right here. That is called... This is an Avon Glimmer Stick. And it is in the shade Purple Rain. Of course it is. Of course it is. And since I only have one light purple, I'm going to pull that. I choose it almost every month to go in my waterline if I do a purple look. And then one of these, yes, this one. Which is this one? Zenith. I have 3 of these because I bought them. This is She Glam Chromosome, and I bought one, and then I thought I bought the different one, and I bought it again. And then I did it again. So that's a Zenith. This one is called Vertigo. And I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing a purpley blue here, and I'm seeing a gold here. More like a bronze shade. So I don't need that. I will pull the other one. And this is called Peacock. This is a Beauty Bay. No, it isn't. This is called Copper. I think this one is Peacock. Yeah, that one is Peacock. Let me also pull... I want to pull this green. And this green. That's a greeny gold. I don't know the shade of this. Let me see. This is called Mirage, and this is called Olive something. olive oil. Okay, there's some colored liners. And then we're going to pull some lip products. I do have these in my stash over here already. This is called Tea Time. It is a beautiful neutral. And there's only that much left of it. So while I don't really want to use it up, I kind of want it out. And then this is called Natural. And this is LA Colors, I think. Yeah, LA Colors. And again, there's not very much left of it. So I'm going to keep those two in here. I'm going to choose the BFF2. That's very similar. No, I'm not doing that. That's very similar. Is it this one that I like? That's dry. That's really dry. That's really dry. This one is super taupey. Well, why is it? How much? I'm going to pull this one. This is an no, it's no, I'm not. No, I'm not. This is a Color Sensational Shaping Liner in Magnetic Mauve. Let's see that compared to that. They're basically the same, so I'm going to put this back. That's a nice brown. Okay, I want that. That's kind of what I was looking for, is a nice brown. I can't see me using any kind of pinks or anything this month. I'll probably just go totally neutral. Even like maybe a purple look. I might do something. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'll do this one. This is the Huda Muse. It's a very cool pink. I'll pull that. Just for funsies. I'm going to pull a couple of lip crayons. I think I'm going to pull this one because I'm trying to decide if I'm going to... Oh, those match really well. If I'm going to declutter this or not. But it just went on really creamy, but for some reason I thought it was dried out. I don't know why. And then... I'm going to choose this Fozzie. What's this called? Warm Up Guy? No, that's not Warm Up Guy. It's the Fozzie ColourPop glowing lip. I do love the glowing lips. I think that's it. I'm just going to choose those two. And then a bullet, and I need some bullet and some liquid. My bullet lipstick, I'm going to choose this Huda because it's a beautiful brown. Oh, that looks really good with that. This is really good as an ombre. And is it this the one I want for it? Nope. What is that? That's a little warm. There's one. I feel like I just did this. Dominique Pretty Natural. I might have had this last time, but I don't think I used it. It's very natural, like ombre. Be good for an ombre. There's that. And then I think I want this this Complex Culture. It's called Pout. It's Pout Clout lipstick in the shade Legend. That is so pretty. I got this from Mary Catherine Loves Cats. That's really pretty. I'm going to choose that. And that's all of that. And then a liquid lipstick. I know I want my e.l.f. matte liquid. Yeah, I know I want that. And I want this, what's it called? Dance Off. This is the ColourPop Luxe liquid lipstick. That's pretty also. And then oh, I just got this from Alter Ego. I haven't used it yet. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm going to pick that too. I forgot about it. So I have cool browns, I have warm browns, I have a mauve. Let's do one more super cool, something that's very cool. I don't have very many. This. It's called Classy. Yep, it's called Classy. This is a colored rain. That's really pretty. Yep, that's pretty. All right, you guys, that is my Shop My Stash for the month of December. Let me know in the comments what you chose this month for your Shop My Stash if you're doing one. Let me know if, as always, I picked too many things. But honestly, I really like variety. I really do. And I might use it, I might not. But at least it's there beside me. I don't have to keep getting up. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day. And we'll see you later.